Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Nolan Collery, and with me tonight is Braden Swartout, president of the Penn State Sports Business Conference. Braden, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
All right, so first, I'd just like a quick rundown. What is the Penn State Sports Business Conference? When is it? What all is involved here?
So we are a student planning team made up of 27 undergraduate students, and we work throughout the year to plan a networking and recruiting event in the spring semester. It usually falls in late March. We actually will be announcing our dates soon for that.
Okay.
So our team is made up of an events, outreach, brand development, sales and sponsorship, and marketing department.
Awesome. So how long have you been involved with the conference?
I joined the conference when I was a sophomore a few years ago. This will be my third year this year, and I've actually had the chance to work at each level of the organization, which has been it's taught me a lot.
Yeah, awesome. So how have you gone from just a normal member of the conference all the way to, the president of the whole thing? What was that process like for you?
So when I began as an event coordinator, I was really just learning the ropes and kind of, gaining traction in the sports industry and really starting to foster my early connections. And as that grew, I met more people in the conference and kind of showcased what I had to offer, and eventually was able to earn director of events and finally president.
That's very impressive, first of all. So congratulations to getting that. I'm very excited to learn more. If people wanted to get involved with the sports conference this year, what is that process like?
So first of all, you could follow us on any of our socials. It's at Penn State SBC. That has all of our information. It'll have when our applications come out, different events that we're doing, and things like that. We also usually take student planning team applications over the summer and during September.
Okay.
So while it might be a little bit too late this year, obviously, next year rolls around and we'll have a brand new planning team full of new students.
Awesome. So the way I've heard of the conference is I've seen that you guys have brought some very impressive guests in. Do you have any, exciting guests planned for this year?
So in the past, we have had Chris Cabot, who's Pat Mahomes' agent, and a few others like Erica Nardini, who works at Barstool. I believe she's the CEO, and even Saquon Barkley.
Wow.
But this year, we're excited to announce that we'll be having Adam Brenneman for an event next Thursday, November 9th, in the Business Building from 5 to 6. That's very exciting. I'm curious, if you can tell me, of those guests have you had, is there one that really impacted you, or a favorite of yours, or a memory from one of those guest speakers? I would say one of my favorites was Jim Ivler last year. He works kind of in scouting departments for different NFL teams, and he was here at Penn State's Pro Day during our conference, and he was able to run over. He was scouting for the Eagles, but he came over for an hour last year and gave us a really good talk. So.
That's awesome. So you mentioned Adam Brenneman will be here next week with you guys. In an event you guys are calling the Fall Speaker Series. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so this is a new event that we're just starting this year. It's something that we haven't tried before, but we believe that it's a good chance to get students an opportunity to connect with people in the sports media industry. So we will be having Adam Brenneman and a few members of his company, Mercury, the college sports company, to speak a little bit about his journey and where they believe they're going in this changing landscape of college football.
Awesome. So before we got on, you and I talked a little bit about your other involvement. You're very actively involved in Thon, and obviously both Thon being, maybe the biggest student-run organization we have on campus, along with the sports conference itself. Talk to me about the work-life balance that you have a little bit. How do you manage to get all of that done?
Well, I found myself in a position where I am very busy, as you mentioned, and I do things that are very important to me, so I prioritize those as best I can, but it's important to find time to focus on school and other things. So I just try to, really budget out my time and spend my time well. Awesome.
So outside of the guests that you've talked to, because you spoke about that before, do you have any particular memories working with the conference that, you think you'll carry out with you in the future into your career?
One good memory was last year, right after we wrapped up our event. We the team will go out and celebrate, and we were downtown. I think we were going to grab some food, and we actually ran into head coach of the Miami Dolphins, Mike McDaniels.
Wow.
So that was just one of those random things where he was in town for Pro Day, and we happened to meet him.
Talk about a downgrade of weather, going from like Miami and during when the weather is beautiful up here. I mean, we love it here. We do what we can.
Oh yeah.
So you mentioned that applications, they happen earlier in the year. For people who might be interested in getting involved next year, not this coming one, but the next one, what is the application process like?
So the application process is typically just a written application at first, and then we'll bring people in to speak with them and see if they'll be a good fit for our team. You know, we're really trying to find people who not only will do exceptional work, but build strong relationships both with people within the conference and with the professionals that we bring in.
Absolutely. So the next thing that I'm curious again, like I said earlier, we were talking about Thon. Do you think that there's any work for, just in general, this is kind of a big question, in between the sports world, the business world, and this world where we're trying to, you know, raise this money for a great cause? How do you see collaboration in that field?
Well, you know, especially here at Penn State, kind of everything really works together to build Thon. So it's the kind of thing where organizations take time out of their own schedules to really focus on Thon and provide support there. So it's just, you know, similar to the work-life balance that we just talked about. You got to find a balance of spending time on your own organization and devoting yourself to something as impactful as Thon.
That's awesome. Last question for you. What do you see yourself doing next year? It's your last year here. You're a senior. What's the plan for the future?
You know, well, I would like to work in sports. I believe that that's something that's possible through the Penn State Sports Business Conference. I've made a lot of good connections, and I'm looking to follow up with some of those.
Absolutely. Braden, thank you so much for coming in tonight. Talk to me about the Sports Business Conference just a little bit more.
Yeah, of course.
Now stay tuned, because coming up, Olivia and Brendan will have the latest news from across the nation.